Hey, good morning, Raymond. This is a quick demo video for you for your MPP by 89 Sabers. This is installed with a Proffie. As you know, you sent this with the Goth Eco chassis. I went ahead and I swapped it out for my own. This was kind of like a redo, so I tried to reuse the board. But the speaker was not wired correctly. It was wired to the negative battery tab on the board. I think it blew out the sound capability of the Proffie board, so I swapped it for a new one. The speaker itself was blown out, so I went ahead and I swapped that, put a 28 millimeter Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker in it. The switches were wired incorrectly, so I went ahead, obviously I redid that. It is a 2-button setup. So your button right here will be your power. The back button right here will be your auxiliary. I was able to put in the secondary stock V3 that was sent with the kit because the first one that was wired in was also blown. All right, so how to get to your chassis is you want to take this guy right here and slide it up and then come over here and unscrew the handle. All right, should just come right off just like that. And this is my own chassis design. So your Proffie board's right there. Access to your SD card and your micro USB. You can do everything that you need to do without moving the board. But if you do not have a 90-degree data cable like I've got, you can pop the board up. It is just a tight snap fit down into the shelf. So you can kind of just, pop it up like that, do what you need to do, and then snap it back down into place. All right. You've got a kill switch located right in front of the board there. And your Smuggler's Outpost speaker is fully enclosed here, so it sounds really good. And you've got a removable battery setup. So this is set up for an 18650 protected cell. I always use Keep Power, but some people have them from Vader's Vault and from Custom Saber Shop. They're all the same thing. It does need to be a protected cell battery though. All right, so because this is a new board, I went ahead and I just put a stock font package on here. I've got my own font that I'm giving you as well. So you'll probably want to go through and redo the fonts. But I just put a little something on there to demo it. All right, so we'll put a battery in the sky. You won't hear anything until you come over here and flip the switch. And then you can just throw your handle on just like that and lock it down. Once you lock your handle down, you can take this middle clamp piece and move it down however you like. All right, so move that down in place. I did go ahead and adhese the bubble strip on here because if I did not, it was free floating and it wouldn't stay. All right, so that's adhesed in place. Come over here and hit power. So those are lighting up like they should, right? Saber's nice and loud. Auxiliary. And of course you're getting some shine through currently here and over here because I left your greeblies in your kit to put on how you like. I basically just did the install for you. That's why you're getting all that here. All right, now for blade retention you have 2 screws. You've got one here and you've got another one here. You had questioned on whether or not you bought the right kind of blade because when you bought one from Bendu Army, it wouldn't fit. It's the right blade, but 89 Sabers is very well known for having a super tight blade socket, so you'll have to sand your blade. It may not be easy to tell on camera. This is a test blade of mine. I've had this for a few years now. I've sanded this down quite a bit. As you can see, it's pretty worn, but this is the one that I use when I have to test sabers like 89 Sabers, right? Because I have sanded this actually a lot. I'm not going to use the blade retentions. I'm just going to put this in the saber for now. But this is a 1-inch diameter Neopixel blade. All right. Turn this light off. So power, Auxiliary over here. Blaster bolt deflex is just tapping the aux button. If you want blade lockup, you can do it two different ways. You can double tap and then hold it down. Like that, or you can hold down the auxiliary and hit the saber, which is what I prefer to do. The double tap method can be a little bit tricky, so for me it's best just to hold the aux down and hit the saber. So we'll do that again. You see it right here, right? When you hold it straight up and down, it's right here. Then as you go horizontal, it moves out to the tip of the blade. If you want to change color, hold down aux and hit power. You hear that, right? And then you can just twist this to any color you like. And when you find one, hit tap power. Now we've locked in that blue blade. And then to play your soundtracks on each of your fonts, if you have tracks for the fonts that you're going to put on, you just do a long press on the power when the saber's off. Just like that, right? And then the trade sound fonts, you would tap auxiliary.
Smooth Jedi.
Just like that. Just like that. So, when you're done, we'll just take the blade out. Come over here and unscrew your handle. Or of course, you'd want to probably move that up first. It makes it a little bit easier. Take this out. We'll turn this on and show you that the kill switch works. So come over here and flip it, and then it kills everything. All right. And then when you want to take the battery out, you do it from the positive side by your speaker, and you should be able to pop it out with your hand, or your finger rather. And that's basically your MPP. So let me know if you have any questions and all that makes sense to you, and I will try to get this out in the mail to you today. Thanks, man.